Welcome to the Best Advice Podcast with your host, life and love success coach, and author of The Poison of Perfection, Angela Wadley. If you're looking for authentic, no-holds-barred advice about life, love, business, career, or health, you've come to the right place. You'll hear from fascinating guests as they quickly reveal their powerful advice to inspire you to create and live your best life. So get ready, grab a pen, or make a mental note. You don't want to miss this.
Hi, and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I really am so excited to share my story about how I invested in a program that probably was too over my head, but how I was able to turn it around and still be able to have a transformation from it.
When it comes to business, career, love, health, or life in general, if you have ever struggled with a decision, had to figure your way out through something, or just learned a valuable lesson, what is the best advice that you can share?
When it comes to your business and investing in yourself, the best advice I can share is being aware that you are in control of the transformation and results that you seek. It's easy for us to get involved in some type of coaching program and investing sometimes thousands of dollars, and it can be really overwhelming. And you're expecting that this coach is going to be the one that's going to transform you. But you have to recognize that you are in control of your transformation. How are you showing up? How are you asking questions? How are you using every resource to the best of your ability to make sure you're getting the results that you desire? How are you implementing to make sure that you're actually seeing progress on your own terms, not waiting for the coach to be that person to guide you, right? You have to have that self-ownership. So one of the things that I actually did that I feel like I could teach here or I guess share my story here is that I actually invested $18,000 in a program that I thought was going to be the thing to completely transform me and catapult me into a space where I was going to be making $50,000 months cash. At the time, I was making $20,000 revenue, and I thought this was a great next step for me to grow my business. I trusted the coach. I knew what she could do. But as I got further and further into this and recognizing the bulk that I had to give to this coach, my mindset started dwindling. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have made a mistake. I shouldn't have done this. And I felt very weak as a coach. How am I supposed to be helping my clients with the things they're coming to me with when I'm feeling like I've made a terrible mistake? And that's when I recognized that it has nothing to do with this coach. It's not her fault. I'm the one who signed the dotted line and said, yes, I want to invest in this. And so it was up to me to then say, okay, what am I going to do to rise up? What am I going to do to make the most of the time that I'm here with this coach? And so I started asking her questions. I started telling her when I was feeling a little bit down. I started telling her about my mindset, where I was, and she was able to support me through that. And she was also saying, here's what you can do to help your mindset. Here's what you can do to move the needle, even if you're feeling a little bit unwavering. And that's when I actually started reading more books. I started reading more books about overcoming obstacles. I started reading more self-help books on managing my mindset. I started doing a lot more. I don't know, for me, it was praying. For me, it was talking to my spouse about it. For me, it was digging deep in what do I really want for myself. So although I ended that program, probably not making as much as I initially wanted to. But I ended that program still making a transformation of, one, I know exactly what my mindset should be before investing in a program that is high ticket, like highest of high ticket. That was the highest one I've ever done. I have invested in other programs before, but that was something that I was like, I need to make sure I'm in a good mindset. The other thing is, I knew that I had what it takes to keep going because I wasn't worried about I still kept bettering myself, even though I was in a situation where I felt like my mindset was not at its best. I still kept digging. I still kept pushing. I still dug deeper in the things that I knew were going to ground me to get me to a better place. So I still grew and I still transformed as a result of me doing the work, not as a result of just being in a container that was a high ticket and expecting it to magically change me. And that's something that I think every person can take from my story, is that if you're investing in something, it is not on the coach, it is on you to make sure that you are getting the transformation that you desire.
Okay, so if you were a character in a TV show or movie, which character would you be and why?
I think my favorite character, if I was going to be one, would be Princess Tiana from Princess and the Frog. I'm a Disney nerd. And I think we see eye to eye on a lot of things. Like, she has really big dreams. She's not afraid to work. She's also, loves to dance, and she loves a good beignet. Who doesn't love a good, bowl of gumbo? And she's just amazing. And I just think that if Princess Tiana and I in a room, we could talk about some serious wealth building, and we would be able to share a really good time.
Thank you so much for being on my podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm so excited. I'm hoping that your listeners are able to hear the story and take something from it, especially if they're going through something similar. And I want to also say that if I'm a millionaire coach, I help my clients be able to organize their finances, especially if they're making killer sales and going, where the heck is my money going? And I'd love to be able to connect with you more to talk about money, to talk about sales, and also talk about mindset. I'd love to connect with you. My information is in the show notes.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Please subscribe and share with someone you care about. To catch all the latest from Angela, go to www.angelawadley.com. Until next time, keep growing and keep going.